Today we have a fun review from Milwaukee Mighty Con. We met, pretty sure it was Greg Petrie of Greg and Fake, but he was there from the Santos Sisters, and they didn't have nothing new Santos Sisters at all. We got issue 6 that we just ordered, I think, recently. That's coming out in a few months and stuff, so that run's still on its way and doing an awesome job. Been lots of fun. Got an advertisement for ourselves in the Halloween special. Figured what the heck, it'd be fun to put it in there, but he had a couple things available, so I had to grab them, check them out. They all caught my interest. Starting out with the Greg and Fake Sketchbook, 20 something. I'm guessing 2020 and beyond. But it's just got some wonderful sketch work in here. I consider it more completist work than sketch work because my sketchbook looks like a nightmare. And this is just some beautiful artwork throughout this. And so I'm happy I was able to get my hands on one of those. And then this one really caught my eye because I felt Ryan Brown influence just on the cover. So it's American Nature Presents. Got a nice collaboration of a variety of creators, a bunch of short stories. They're lots of fun. They leave me wanting more of every one of them. But we'll see what the future has if I can come across other stuff that they might have put out that I don't know about. But we'll have to research and look for all that stuff. But we got Austin Tinius, Robert Salinas, Antonio Brandao, Greg and Fake, Mark Capranaro, Dave Landsberger, Zay Bernay, Benjamin Mara, Rolf Neese, and Ryan Brown, all in here. It starts out with the first story is Maria Lianza and the young time traveler in There Came and Spoke Mediocrities. Fun Greece back in the day style parody of Greece dealing with the false gods and all that and things that they promise and the people what they do to try and get those things that are promised to them. And I really felt like these two female characters might have been an influence to Santos Sisters. I don't know which ones were created first and became however, but fun story, fun twist, how it all plays out. Then we have Rad in Time, which is a time travel style story where Edward Einstein, there's no relation there, goes back in time to the early caveman days to try and advance our civilization a little further along. And some fun twists and turns happen along the way. And we get to see what happens to civilization in the future and what all comes of everything. It's just, yeah, that was a blast. We got the Beef Jam story, the basketball story that takes up a couple chapters throughout here, where we get to see a couple unique teams of basketball players. It's like 4-on-4, I believe. Yeah, I think it's 4-on-4 style basketball. And they have a tournament where the winner will end up with an old car full of cash. And there's some history behind that and everything that you learn here, which is nice and fun. And we get The Walking Light, which is kind of a teenager in a cave type atmosphere, comes across some ghost and a giant skeleton that's lit up. The ghost talk about the skeleton as it's coming nearer and nearer, and then we find out the history behind it and what it actually does and stuff. Here's why I felt like Ryan Brown had an influence in the cover character and stuff, because his characters from God Hates Astronauts, Curse Words, 8 Billion Genies, all those books are just, he's got some really goofy ones along the way, and I could just feel the influence in there. We have Vigilante Girl Gang, which is a fun one with 3 females that deal with the the corrupt, bad characters in our society. And we also get a weird, because there isn't really no finalization or like run on or anything that I really felt from it. I just felt like the story stopped and needed to go at least one more page. Oh, we had this little story about this mini mart thing with these characters hanging out. And it's like when I seen the duck character, I'm thinking there's gonna be a fun little Howard the Duck parody right off the bat. But yeah, that one I was like, is it missing one more page? I just feel like I should have been able to turn over one more page to get a little bit more description of what's going on, a little more explanation. We got Beef Jams Tournament Edition. This is the last thing that we picked up from. And this also has our cheeseburger character on it. And it goes back into the Beef Jams stories. And we find out that our character is being accused of not being 100% prime beef. And I mean, could it be? I mean, if it was 100% prime beef, wouldn't it rot faster and the bread would mold and all that stuff on his head? But if it's a shitty ass drive-through burger, those things can last for 100 years without deteriorating. So you would think he wouldn't be 100% beef, but yeah, it's a interesting little battle scenario that they play through in that one. And then we get into a Beef Jams basketball tournament thing going again, where they're battling for like, well, they're trying to get like this shirt cannon and stuff. And there's all kinds of things going on with their characters, but we get to see them in a swimming pool atmosphere for the basketball game, which is a unique way to. And it would be nice if you're going downhill so you can shoot those half quarters probably easier and stuff like that. But yeah, that would be interesting playing basketball inside a Olympic sized swimming pool type atmosphere. And during it, we're also dealing with this American Eagle, America type character that's messing with their Beef Jams character along the way. But yeah, it gets us deeper into all those. It has a variety of ongoing stories throughout. It goes into booty call, which you can kind of takes us into like a demonic, satanistic storyline. Uh, characters that demon characters they have to deal with. We got our horse character has a girlfriend from the past or a girl from the past that happens to show up, and they have at it with each other. It's definitely interesting. We get some Sunday Funnies style Beef Jam storylines. These are lots of goofiness. I like this little Greg and Fake story there on this page. It kind of like gives you a perspective of space being a hoax and all that stuff. It's fun how they wrote that and described that up. And then we get a Super Beef Jams, kind of like a basketball game in hell type storyline that our character has to deal with and survive through the events that happen along the way. It's just definitely interesting. Not many words in that one, but lots of demonic style picture work. Then we got Chief Chaw in Cliffhanger Quest, where our Chief Chaw character is climbing a mountain to find out his future in a way. There's just so happens to be a basketball hoop at the top of the mountain, and we get to see what happens with his how we'll find out the outcome of his future along the way. Then we got Beef Jams, the Burger Boys, and 3 nephews in a fountain. So, 3 burger nephews messing with their uncle. They end up doing some things that cause some problems and have to kind of back up their uncle and fill in his shoes in a way. Which you can imagine, just think of the old school, the 3 duck nephews and stuff, how the goofy stories that they played with, and just add some little adultness to it. We got Beef Jams and Smut Philosopher, which it's like just a nighttime trek, and they're just a couple of our characters along the way shooting the shit, figuring things out, traveling through life, and also gets another little Beef Jam story in the back. But yeah, this is nice, and you also get your feedback from the fans, fan feedback section. But yeah, these were a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I definitely want to see if there's more out there, if I can get my hands on any other ones. But check it out, Greg and Fake. Lots of wonderful stuff. That was what we picked up from at Milwaukee Mighty Con. Sadly, they're both together at a show the week after or 2 weeks after, and I wasn't able to make that one. But yeah, hopefully we get to see them again and get some more goodies. Otherwise, I will check it out online. I'll put all their information in the show notes. Keep following, subscribing, liking, all that good stuff. @ under the cowl of MS. You can find all my stuff, and we'll be back sometime soon. Bye.